Hey, it's Shreaking Legania. I just wanted to give a little bit of a tip just before the video gets off. If you haven't unlocked Shreaking Legania in the main story, say if you've just entered Monster Hunter World, you haven't entered Iceborne yet, or you're pushing Shreaking Legania off and you haven't got there yet, this method won't apply to you, because the certain point that we need to get to on this run actually is at the top of the mountain, and you can't access that particular area until you've at least fought Shreaking Legania in the main story. Now, if that's the case, I've got a previous video showing a run I did through the Elder's Recess. That video is still viable because I use the exact same armor set, the exact same gems, and it works perfectly. This just is more profitable when you have this certain area unlocked. And don't worry, through the video I will be showing the armor I use, the gems I use. I will be showing what you need the map to say, and I'll be showing you like an extra bit with the canteen. So I'll make sure that all of that's viewable for you, that you'll be able to follow it easily. And again, if anyone has any questions, I will be able to answer them in the comments, so just feel free. But yeah, I hope you enjoy the video.
Okay guys, so I'm gonna be pretty much showing you everything that you need. First off, for the armor set, if you didn't see the last video, then I'll just re-show you here because it's extremely easy. So you go to forward, you go to armor, and it's not in master rank, it's in high rank, and you can see right down here, just past the alloy, there's the King Beetle Alpha set, because there's a beta set too, but the alpha set's the one you want because it's the one that has your botanist and a few others. Because as you can see by the pieces that you use here, the Great Hornfly is the only thing that's necessary in all pieces, but every other item that you need to use to craft this either comes from just mining, which is easy, it comes from the bugs, which again are easy, or it comes all of the Thunder Sac, Apedic Sac, Torrent, Toxic, Inferno Sac. All of them can be gotten from things early base game. Pretty much everything that you would be fighting just before you enter just basic high rank, and just as you're entering high rank, these are things that you can easily get. So this armor is incredibly easy to craft, and you want the alpha set because it not only has botanist all the way at level 4, but it also allows you to have Forager's Luck automatically on the outfit. These two sets are the reason why this outfit is going to be glorious. But to finish off the set, you also need to make sure you have the decorations. But before that, I should probably show you that I have this in the charms area. I have this Geomancy charm. Technically you don't need this, it requires end-game creature stuff, but it pretty much, Forager's Luck is already on the outfit, and Detector is really the only reason why this is on here, because it allows rare sites of wildlife to be showing up on the map, and that's this is good for if you want to look for the rare nodes, but if you already know where they are, this isn't really necessary. So you can literally ignore the Geomancy charm and put any other charm you want on. That's perfectly fine. But the main thing, apart from the Beetleman outfit itself, the other thing you're going to need is over here. So if I go to my decorations or my current equipment, these three. Because you have 3 level 1 gem slots on the outfit, which is actually all you need, and you want 3 geology jewels to pretty much fit all of them. Because this is what's going to put your you've already had your botanist, but as you can see on the side there, you've got your geologist ability, which by having 3 of these on, I have it that it allows me to gather 1 extra time for bone piles, gathering points, and mining out crops. Now, the reason why this is so good is, as I showed in the previous video, where the blue barrels from the Elder's Recess, normally you could only collect them up to 3 times, and you'd still have like a hard chance of getting the rare shit. With this one, having these 3 gems on this outfit makes it that the blue barrels from the Elder's Recess you could collect up to 5 times, and you had at least a 50% shot, thanks to the actual outfit, that you'd get the highly sought after rarer research point ones. So like you'd get the ones with like 260 research points on them. But yeah, if you want and if you have any other spots, like if your weapon has jewel slots, or now that the mantles have gem slots, if you want to throw into anything else, I'd just say maybe a scent jewel and a maintenance jewel just in case. Other than that, nothing's really necessary. So literally, when you have the King Beetle Alpha set, like I have, and the 3 geology jewels, that's all you'll need. And the geology jewels can be gotten through anything from like normal missions to the greatest of Jagras, to even if you want to have a few spins on the Elder Melder if you want to try your luck. But okay, so that's the first thing you're gonna need. Second thing you're gonna need for this trick is on your map. You beforehand, when the Elder's Recess, where you see locale formation, you see the amber there is in a upsurge. That just means that not only will there be more ambers around, but the special node will be about for the amber. Nor in the original video, this is what we would look for when the barrel was wait for the barrel for it to be in an upsurge. But for this particular video, we're doing the Hoarfrost Reach, and as you can see, the exact thing we want, which is the Butterbur. They're right now in flourishing, and that's exactly what we want. I'm also doing this when the weather is clear, because this also will have a chance to get something else to our roster. But I'll get to that during the run. So, the one thing you need to make sure is that the Butterburs are flourishing at the time you do this. And make sure it's a Hoarfrost Reach, so make sure that you're bringing a cool drink, and being that this outfit is not suited for battle, make sure you bring the Ghillie Mantle. Otherwise, you're gonna have a pain in the ass time if you don't have either. But moving on from that, what we want to do is for eating at the canteen here, we want to use a gourmet voucher. And for those that don't know what these do, you get them from the Steamworks just by making it overload, which is pretty easy. What you want to do here is you want to use a gourmet voucher, because what that means is all of the things you order, everything is not only fresh, but any type of the food skills that you click on, they will be guaranteed. And what we want is 2 specific skills for this. So as you can see, we've got Feline Harvester, which is pretty much one of the best ones, which reduces the time between gathering point respawns. So we'll grab 2 of that. You want 2 of the yellow one and 4 of the green one, because the green one has the ability that Feline Exchanger, which increases the number of research points at the end of a mission by 1.2. So it means that say if you got 18,000 research points at the end of a mission, no, you're actually going to get 22,000 because you get that extra oomph to it. It helps to give you a nice chunk by the time you finish this. So we'll get that. And as you can see now, I've got the Feline Harvester and Exchanger. I should also mention though, for being that there's new even rarer endemic life, this is where you want this one, because not that one, you've got this one. If you can get all 6 of these, these bottom ones unlocked, you'll unlock the Feline Zoomaster, which makes rare endemic life more likely to appear. That's good when you're going for those achievements that are tied to very rare endemic life. But so far that's not what we're after at the moment, so we shall go back to clicking that and confirm. So I'll fast forward to that, and as you can see, I got the 2 food skills that I wanted. Alright, so with that in tow, and yeah, as I said, make sure that you have your hot drinks for this, and make sure that you've got the Ghillie Mantle. But now we can go. And yeah, as I said, when the video started, you cannot do this without unlocking, or pretty much without fighting Shreaking Legania first, because fighting Shreaking Legania allows you to access the main part of the map that we're going to. So we just have to wait for the loading screen. Now the reason why this is so profitable is because when I was doing the original like research point farming, the area that I was like with the research points in the Eldritch Recess, although it's good and the barrels are profitable, the thing is though, here the points beat it by like 2 to 3 times. Like for the barrels, their base one I believe is about 26 or so. Like I think that's how many points you get per. Where the most of the stuff here, your base research points that you're gathering per gatherer is like 60. So that's like just under 3 times the amount that you would be getting from, like you're pretty much getting just like two and a half barrel searches each per search that you're doing with each of the stuff here. So it's for your time and results, it makes it a lot easier. And the reason why this particular outfit is so good when it comes to this is because, oh, actually I'll make sure I drink this before I leave, before I exit the camp. But the reason why this outfit's so good for it is because the Forager's luck that this outfit has allows me to have the ability that the rarer research point gathering like options will be more valid to show up. If that actually makes sense, but pretty much, as you'll probably see it soon, like, as you can see, it's like, we're already off to a good start. And thanks to this outfit, I believe you'd only be able to collect these 2 to 3 times per search, where this outfit lets me collect each of these 4 times, and there you go. This is what Forager Luck does. It makes it that the rarer ones appear a lot faster, so when you're going for research points, this will help save your time a lot, and you could even have, like, as I showed in the previous video, you could have 2 or 3 really rare ones pop up really fast, without waiting so long. So that, like, I've literally only just started, and I already got 2 that it pretty much equates to 1,040 research points. There's a Shreaking Legania, so I'll just knock this on. It really doesn't matter if you waste the Ghillie Mantle just to get past stuff, because that's literally all you're using it for. You're not using it to, like, be super stealthy around stuff. You're just using it just to make sure you're not going to be putting in fights. But then you go to here. This is the part that, like, you can only actually access this area until you have defeated, or, like, until you've done the mission that does against Shreaking Legania. So after this, I won't need it. There's the bows. And then you got this area. This is where you're going to need a bit of parkour. So jump. And then jump to the ice wall. Now, if anyone's having trouble on this particular area, what you do is you run against this wall, you run against the other, and then click X. Done. I know a few people that I've seen have issues with that particular area. But yeah, so this is the only area, yep, there we go. That's the only area that you technically have to wait for, because the geysers, like, that wind geyser only happens every now and then, but still it's something that's needed because there's no other way up to this part of the mountain. So this is exactly where we want. These are the butterburs, and as you can see, I've already got another rare one. In normal outfits, you'd be lucky to get them this close together, like maybe one. Oh god, you'd probably be lucky to get the rarer ones every I don't know, 10-20 minutes, where I'm getting them in routine. And this is the rare node for the butter patch right here on top of the mountain. Now, the reason why this is good, because on normal outfits I'll only be able to collect that 1 time, and thanks to this outfit I can actually collect it twice, giving me a shit ton more. Now, we also have this part over here, as you have the Kushala Daora husk here, like the shell of it. This is like probably a leak that could probably lead to a rusted Kushala in the game at one point. But you can harvest each of these twice, I believe, and you have a chance to get a rare one. I will mention though that this is the only two things that do not respawn until you leave the area. So like once you harvest them, you can't just go through a run, come back and they'll be back. No. They'll be back if you leave the map and come back to the map. But no matter what, you can't like wait just like a couple hours or anything and then just walk back to them, because they don't respawn until you leave the area. On the bright side though, if you doing a run there, you actually have the chance to get the rare one, which literally just gives you a base 1,000 research points, which is insanely good. So as you can see, you can get these as well. I'll probably do a second run before we I tally up how many research points we got. So literally you could just jump off here, fall right down here. Now if you are worried about like your ghillie mantle's not ready and I don't know, you come across a creature that you like being in the south is not ready for fighting and you're a bit worried, flash pods are good, but like sometimes you can just use dung pods to tell the creature to go away. But it's more a fact it's like in going through this route, it's very rare that you're going to run into that situation. It's like the only way you're going to run into that is if, say, like a creature comes up from there and you're not paying attention. It's like that's why every time I'm searching this one, it's like that first run I knew there was nothing going to be there. But like after the first run, pretty much just tilt your camera to face that way so that if anything does pop up that way, you know something's coming and then you can just get out of there. But this run's pretty easy to do. Yes, there are spots on the map other than these ones, like the butterbur and frozen foliage around the map that you could be getting as well. But to be honest, being of how widespread the other ones are, especially how far they are all from the node, you'd be wasting a lot more time going to get them. And literally going on this route, it makes it that like you can easily, by the time you finish one route, by the time you get back to the beginning, you're able to start a new route again. And plus, you want to get used to climbing this part of the mountain because there's something special at the top of the mountain at nightfall. I don't know if it will appear, but we shall see. And I failed that. Boing. Boing. Up, up. Now, I believe the rare node will, for the butterburs, takes a little bit of time to respawn, so what you want to do for that is every second time is when you get it. So like after the first run, you skip it on the next run, then you get on the third run. So like every second run is when you go and get the special node, because it's being it's the special one, it won't load as fast as the others. It's kind of understandable, being that you're getting a shit ton more out of it. Like, well, technically, because you're getting about 760 research points just by wearing this outfit. I just have to wait for the damn geyser. Literally, this is the only part that's waiting. Like, this is the only part where it's a waiting period. But yeah, after the first run, I probably would have shown, but I decided I'll do it two runs. But pretty much once I collect this bush and that bush, I will pretty much show on screen how many research points I've gotten, and I'll show exactly how long it's taken me to get them in the time I've been here, pretty much from the point I land. And you can see, yeah, I can collect them 4 times, and as you can see, this is not active yet. So I will go research points, count. Now I have gotten 6,934. Now the thing about this is that with this outfit, you can have times where you can get incredibly lucky and get an absolute crap ton of research points. And yeah, as I said, like if I go over here, see, nothing. Now I shall go to the top of the mountain for a moment. Because I'm also going to check something, but like I'm also... Being that like with the frozen foliage at the bottom, what you want to make sure is that you, like every time you come up here, you do come up and harvest the crystal here, because this makes it that by the time you go back to those frozen foliage, they will be ready to harvest again. It's like, I mean, you get mining out of the way anyway, so it doesn't really affect you that much, and it makes sure that you're not waiting around when you go back down, but if you just skip this area. Because the exact time it needs to finish stocking back up again is the time it would take you to climb up here and harvest them. So now if I was to go here, and it's still sunny at the moment, so we're not going to get it yet. But the reason why that area is so good is because that part of the top of the mountain is where the... what do you call it? That special endemic life, I think it's like the celestial nettle or something like that. I forget exactly what it's called. It's one of the rarest endemic life in the game currently, and it only appears at the top of this mountain at nightfall. And make sure I drink a new cool drink. But it only appears, like that spot where you mine, it only appears there at nightfall, and this is the reason why I went here at a clear sky, because it only appears during clear skies. It's like it only appears at nighttime during clear skies, and even then it's an extremely rare spawn. I have got one. I've put like on my first trip here, I actually got lucky enough to have it spawn for me, so I've captured one already. I just, while I'm in an expedition, for some strange stupid reason I can't check my own guild card, so I can't show you the achievement, but I can show you when I'm out of this. But yeah, pretty much once I'm finished this third run, I will be like probably stopping the video, and then I'll be waiting till nightfall to see if the beautiful thing shows up. It probably won't, like I'd have to be extremely lucky for it, but we'll see. As for now, I'll just finish my third run, because by now the special node should be done. And don't worry if you screw any of this up, like luckily enough it's easy able to correct yourself. See? It's like, it takes a bit of practice to get used to that. It's like, oh, some people even could probably get on the first try. It's just depends on like how easy you are to just flick through the controls. And then you jump up, X, jump. I should probably take the mantle off. And yes, I caught it just in time. I'll gather them. Oh, and I got a special one straight off the bat. And this is exactly what I mean. Just right now, in the span of just searching through one of them, I got two of the special ones back to back in the same bush. And that's what this outfit does. It makes the chances of that happening a lot likelier, because all the rarer ones that you can get have a chance of spawning or being collected 50% more. So like, as you can see, I collect that, collect that, and then yeah, so go to research points, and now I've got 10,000. Literally, that was my third run, and I've got 10,000 points now. Now, this is very time effective, because when I make these videos to get research points, I wanted to make a video that showed both an easy armor set to get, but also I wanted to make sure that if you guys are doing this method, you're not going to be taking like 3 hours to do all the research points. I wanted to do something where the outfit was easy to get, but at the same time, the amount of research points you're getting versus the time you were using to get said research points, that it was more effective. You weren't wasting hours upon hours going around the entire map. I wanted to make sure that whatever outfit times whatever route you're taking is the best way to conserve your time and effort. So this is still, at the moment, is still the best way, like, this armor is still the best armor to go research gathering with. If you have other ideas, that's perfectly fine, because everyone else has their own methods. It's really not, there's really no, like, ultimate set method, like, everyone just has their own style. But I will say, though, that this is definitely if you really want good results when you come to your searching, I do recommend this. And then, yeah, like, I'll be probably stopping the video right here, and I'll be waiting for nightfall, because I'm going to see if sunshine appears at the top. At the same time, technically, in the on this exact same map at sunset, they're in the poison water area that Viper Toby sleeps. You actually have the chance to catch the rare endemic life, the fish one, that is also an achievement. But that's one that has been quite elusive to me, which is kind of funny, because that's not as rare as the big shiny thing at the top of the mountain. So I don't know why it's being a pain in the ass. So yeah, we are probably approaching sunset now, so we shall see what happens. So as for now, my friends, I hope you enjoyed the video. If I actually was successful at nighttime, you'll see you'll actually see that this video goes up for a bit longer than just where we are. If not, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope this was effective for you, and feel free to try this, because this armor set is extremely easy to make, the gems are extremely easy to get, and this exact route that you saw me do is not that hard at all. But in the meantime, leave a like, subscribe, my friends, check out the videos, and we shall see you in the next video. Thank you and goodbye.